Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hannah and we're going to talk about all of the games that I started but just didn't finish, and you're going to be so mad at me. You're going to be so upset with some of these. I already know, and I'm sorry ahead of time. My formal apology is that I'm sorry, and I do really love some of these games and I did put a lot of time into some of these games, and that is not an indication of my enjoyment of these games. We'll talk about the reasons why I stopped playing these games, how much time I put into them, if I'll pick it back up to finish it, if I won't touch it ever again, and what I kind of had wrong with it, if there was anything specifically wrong with it. But you're gonna be mad. So be nice to me, because we've all been there where we've started a game and we've dropped it for X, Y, Z reason. There are so many different reasons why you'll stop playing a game, whether it be permanently never playing it ever again or just taking a break. They're both valid. Everything is valid because it's your time. You only have so much time in your life to play games, and just in general, like, so why waste time on a game that you're not really loving? Yeah, I don't know. I thought this would be interesting because low-key some of these are hot takes. Not that they're hot takes, it's just I need to finish these games. So we're gonna talk about them, and then hopefully this will help kind of inspire me to go back and actually finish them. That's the plan, at least. Like, oh, here I am talking about this game, I'm inspired, people really think I should finish it, I should go play it. That's kind of my idea. And if you want a part 2, I have more games. Obviously I have so many games that I've started and just haven't played. I think that's the curse of a backlog, is you have all these games that you want to start, and then so you kind of put your current games on like hold, and then you play your new games, you know? So I could definitely do a part 2. It probably wouldn't be as fun and interesting as this part, because this part has the heavy hitters in it. This part has all of the juicy games. So if you want a second part that's like more niche, maybe like I haven't played that much of it, but I did put it on pause, or I don't think I'll ever finish it, let me know. But I have some of these in alphabetical order because I went through my Steam library, and then there are 2 that were on console, so those are at the end. So stay tuned for those, because my last one is gonna be quite upsetting. And it's upsetting to me because I really liked that game. Anyway, we're gonna get started. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you'd like to, leave a like, subscribe, and like. The first game that I am going to talk about is Alien Isolation, and I put 2.8 hours into Alien Isolation, and I frankly don't think I'll ever finish it. I don't think I'll ever go back to play this game. I never say never, I might one day. My main issue is that I started playing this game on stream, and for some reason my game started bugging out and everything went into slow motion. I was in the middle of a mission and there was about to be some action, and then everything went into slow motion. Like, my character was moving in slow motion, all of the other characters were moving in slow motion. I don't think I even met the alien yet at this point. It was just the beginning of being on the ship. The alien wasn't even like a problem yet, and I was already scared. And then that happened and I was like, I don't think this is normal. I've never seen gameplay before. Like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that this isn't what the game's supposed to be, because what do you mean I'm just running in slow motion right now? It was super awkward. It was weird. It was like, why am I running in slow motion? I don't think that's supposed to happen. So after 2.8 hours, I said, no more, no thank you. I'm done now. And I stopped playing it, and that was 2.5 years ago. So it's been a while. Maybe I'll play it one day because I do love scary games. So I'm tempted to go back and maybe either reset or go to a different save point, but I think at this point I'd have to restart the game because I don't remember the story really. I remember little bits and pieces, but I only played roughly 2.5 hours of the game, so what really can I remember and really take in? And it was 2 years ago. I don't think I'll go back to play it, but maybe I could be convinced if someone said that it's a must-play game, because I do love scary games. So I'm like, if I had to say, I'm 95% against ever playing it again, and there's 5% of me that could be convinced to go back and finish Alien Isolation. So if you're one of those people that really loves this game, Please convince me in the comments below to finish Alien Isolation. I don't even know how long the playtime is. It was 2.8 hours and I didn't even meet the alien yet. I feel like that's kind of crazy, but I don't know. The second game, the second game is Baldur's Gate 3 with 84.8 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 and I didn't finish it yet. I am in the middle, which, you know, with that amount of hours makes sense. I feel like normal playthroughs can be like 100+ hours. So I'm definitely still in the midst of it, but I'm in Act 3. I'm in the city. I don't exactly remember what my last thing I was doing in it was, but I do remember that I'm in Act 3 and I'm trying to figure out what to do. And I started playing this game on stream, and I think that's part of the reason why I stopped playing. One, playing this game on stream, I don't think, at least for whoever watches my stream, I don't think it's very interesting. It's hard for me to maintain other conversations while also playing Baldur's Gate 3 because there's a lot of cutscenes, there's a lot of turn-based combat, there's a lot of just like dialogue that's happening, an important story to be like listening to, and to be having separate conversations that have nothing to do with Baldur's Gate it's difficult for me. I'm not the best streamer out there, but I did find that really difficult. I didn't think that it was that interesting for other people who hadn't seen my entire playthrough because I was in the middle of Act 3. So if you didn't see any of my gameplay before that, it's probably not that interesting, you know? And then on top of that, whenever I play a game on stream, if it's a long game like that, I just get so heavily burnt out on my own that I'm just only playing that on stream for hours, multiple days a week, which doesn't sound crazy, but it's a lot when that's what I do. Like, I stream. So if I am doing that multiple times and trying to entertain, and it's not just me playing the game and enjoying the game for myself, it's playing the game on camera and trying to have reactions and trying to make good decisions. It's not a casual playthrough for me, even though I play very casually regardless. Like, I'm not playing an honor mode run. I still play very casually, and it was very easy to get burnt out. And honestly, you'll notice that with a couple other of these games on this list. I just get burnt out very easily when a game needs a lot of hours to complete the story and I'm playing it exclusively on stream, because I'm not playing them off stream because I don't want stream to miss out on anything. But then at the same time, I'm only playing the game 3 times a week for a couple hours on each of those days, and it just sounds very convoluted and it probably doesn't make sense to anyone else but me. And I think that's just my brain making sense of the situations of, you know, gaming and streaming and finishing games, especially when this game is nearing 85 hours. That was all on stream. I didn't play a single bit of it off stream. So that's just a lot, I think, for me, and it's a lot of pressure. I do love playing games on stream, but I think I need to stick to shorter games that don't require me to like spend 100 hours playing the game. So I do want to finish Baldur's Gate 3. I'm a Gale girly. I love all of the characters. I love the story. I love the world and the dialogue and the different side quests, and I love all of it so much. And I feel so bad that I haven't finished it yet because I really, really enjoy it. I think I just also feel bad that I won't be finishing it on stream, but it's been so long since I played it. I didn't include it on here, but I'll probably include my last played date over here or something like that. But I haven't played it in a while. I don't know what's happening. I might just finish it off stream and just see how it goes. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick up games after a long time because I feel like I'm not gonna have the same knowledge I did, obviously, when I was playing it every other day, you know? I'm gonna need a refresher. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch my VODs. I don't know. If you've never seen one of my Twitch streams before and you kind of want to catch up, or if you want to kind of browse my different playlists, I have a extensive backlog library of all of my Twitch VODs for like 2 years. You can find them in this link over here. A link to my YouTube channel where I post all my VODs. So if you just want to check it out, I have some Baldur's Gate VODs, other story games, some chatting streams, different stuff. If you want to come and see what we get up to, and if you want to follow my Twitch, that'll just be linked down below. If you want to come say hi while we're playing games, feel free to do that. The next game is another game that I played on stream, and I do really want to finish this game. It's Cult of the Lamb. I don't have that many hours in this game. I have about 9 hours in it, and I do enjoy this game. I think it's really cute. I think it has a fun concept. I love the stream integration where your Twitch viewers can become cult members at your cult. I'm pretty sure it's a roguelike adventure game. If you've never heard of it before, it's pretty fun. You run a cult. You're a little lamb, you run a cult. It's a roguelite dungeon crawler game. It's a great game. I think the developers are very passionate about the game, which I love to see. I love just the different things. Like, there's good Twitch integration, and that on its own is a lot of fun, so I would totally want to play it on stream. But again, like, I started this game a long time ago. A long time ago. So now it's been so long, and the people in my cult, I don't know if they're the same people that hang out in my stream. And so is that even fun? Do I restart the game? And I'm forced to make a decision to either restart the game, start from scratch, or just continue where I left off and kind of be confused for a little bit. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to make that decision. And I think there's a certain amount of playtime where I'd be like, okay, I can't restart because I've gone too far into it. Like, at least in Baldur's Gate, I could start a new playthrough, but I've already sunk 85 hours into one playthrough. So why would I just abandon it, you know? There's nothing wrong with it. Whereas like 9 hours in Cult of the Lamb, 9 hours is 9 hours. It's not that bad. If it was like 15 hours, I might say, all right, well, you know, I put 15 hours into a game. Such an arbitrary amount of time, but I don't know. It's a really fun game. I think also with Cult of the Lamb, it would have been more fun if I played it more consistently right when the game came out, because other people would be playing it at the same time. And like, it's one thing to play a game during its hype and like be super into it, but then to play a game like that not in its height, like, other people aren't excited for me to play it, so I'm like, what do I do? But I do want to finish it. That is one that I do want to finish. Super cute little characters, cute little cult members. Love it. Like I said, you guys are gonna be mad. You guys are gonna be upset and mad at me, all right? I have not finished my playthrough of Fallout New Vegas. It's been 93.4 hours. That's probably the longest out of all these games. I think that's the most time I put into one of these games that I didn't finish. 93.4 hours exactly. My last played date. Sorry, I'm like sitting on my floor. Throwback. My earlier videos, I was like always sitting on my floor, but back on the floor. This is my last played date. I played this game a lot on stream, I think in 2022. A lot. I played it so often. It was probably my main game that I was streaming at the time. Loved that. We had like a small little Twitch community, which I think was great for that kind of game. I did get burnt out before. I think that maybe I started Old World Blues and then I got burnt out and I didn't finish the DLC. And then I did go back a while later, finish the DLC, went, okay, let's get back into Fallout New Vegas, and then kind of got burnt out again because I was like, what am I doing? Like, I don't remember what I was up to, and it was just kind of hard to get readjusted. And now after, like, I'm overwhelmed because there are 2 more DLCs that I need to do. I need to do Dead Money and Lonesome Road. No. Yeah, Dead Money and Lonesome Road are the other 2 DLCs that I still need to complete. And both of those seem really difficult. Apparently those are harder DLCs. So I already played the 2 easier DLCs, and now I'm faced up against those that just seem a lot harder to tackle. And for someone that took such a big break from Fallout, I just feel a little stressed. I feel a little stressed about the fact that I need to go back and play it, but I do want to play it. It's been 2 years, I think. I wrote on this thing that it's been 2 years, but I'm overwhelmed. I'm stressed and I haven't even played it yet. So it's like, am I gonna go and play a game that brings me stress just thinking about it? Because it is a great game, and I'm very, very nostalgic for that time where I was playing it a lot, because I would get a mango monster, the mango monster juices, the monster mango juice, whatever it is, the loco mango, I think. So freaking good. So whenever I drink one of those monsters, I think about Fallout New Vegas, and it makes me want to go back and play it because it's such an iconic game. And then maybe one day play the other Fallout games. But am I playing it off stream? Because I played it only on stream. Am I playing it off stream in the middle of a playthrough? I haven't made my decision yet. If you've played Fallout like which group I'm gonna like join. I think I was gonna go, is the yes man one of the options? It is. I think I was gonna pick him, but honestly I don't remember. So it's, I don't know if I should play it off stream, just like enjoy it, finish it, or if I should carry out my playthrough on my own, or if I should just record my playthrough of all these games that I haven't finished for some kind of video. But I don't think it would be interesting talking about my experience playing a game that I started, played a bunch, and then didn't finish, and then going back and playing it. Like, I don't think that necessarily is an interesting video. Whereas this is at least interesting because you don't know what games I haven't finished. So just like watching a list and me yapping for a little bit could be a little bit interesting, but I don't think me talking about finishing games is that interesting. Like, oh, here I am finishing this game. Yeah, I could just talk about the game itself, you know? We need to finish Fallout New Vegas. I feel like such, I don't know, not a fake gamer, but the fact that I've put almost 100 hours into 2 of these games and I just abandoned them completely is like, I don't think I've put more than 100 hours into a game and actually finished it in a very, very long time. I don't know if that's a relatable thing. I feel like I'm play a lot of games. I like a lot of short games, and I don't put a lot of hours into games. On the other hand, I don't have hundreds of hours that I'm devoting to games anymore. I think when I was younger and I was playing a lot of story games and I didn't have homework, you know, I'd get home from school in middle school and early high school, and I either didn't do my homework or I just didn't have homework. I would just play video games pretty much all night, and I would just devote a lot of time to that, and I don't necessarily have that exact abundance of time anymore. Like, I have responsibilities. I do play a lot of video games, obviously, because I make YouTube videos and I stream, and a lot of my time is YouTube videos and like streaming, but it's not just playing games casually anymore, you know? I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry for yapping so much. And I'm also not sorry for yapping that much, because that's the whole reason why we have a YouTube channel, is because I like to yap and talk about things about my life. So if you're still watching this, thanks. And if you're still watching this, I need you to tell me which of the games that I list here you think I should finish first. Like, either tell me now or finish this video and tell me at the end of this video what game you think I need to prioritize in this list to actually finish. Should I finish a shorter game first and get some momentum, or should I go for a heavy hitter and finish a game that I probably should have finished 2 years ago? Let me know in the comments below. All right, we're gonna go to our next one. This is our 5th game on my list, and it is Far Cry 3. This was my first Far Cry game I ever played, and the only Far Cry game I ever played, and I played 4.7 hours of it on Steam. I really enjoyed my playthrough so far, and then my game bugged, and I don't remember what happened in the bug. If it was like crashing, it might have been crashing. I would get to a certain part and I think the game would just crash, and I don't know if I could go back. If I go back to play it now, I'm worried that it'll just keep crashing. I'd probably have to restart the game. I would love to play the Far Cry games. I almost said Fallout. I would love to play the Far Cry games, kind of Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4. I think they're fun games. And do they make Far Cry games anymore? I haven't. I feel like that is a game franchise that I haven't really seen get any hype since these early Far Cry games. Yeah, I was in the middle of a mission, having a great time, getting my, I had a good pacing going, and then every time, and it was a crucial mission too. It wasn't like something that I could avoid or like a side quest or anything, and it was crashing. I was on a beach. I think there was a ship, and I was on the ship maybe. It was 4.5 hours into the game. So if you've played that game and you know an early quest mission where you're on a beach, maybe you have to be a little stealthy, that's where it kept crashing, and I was losing my mind. Oh my god. I was so frustrated. So 5 hours into Far Cry 3, I gave up. I don't think I wanted to restart my progress, and so that's why I just never touched it ever again. Maybe one day I'll go back, or maybe I'll just skip right to Far Cry 4. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Like, should I be playing Far Cry in the year 2025? Is like that an interesting thing to do? Or am I better off spending my time playing other games, other newer games? I don't know. It's hard to say. It really is. Like, how do I want to spend my time? How many games will I play this year? in what games should I prioritize this year? Probably not Far Cry. If I had to pick some of these games on this list, I think Far Cry would be at the very bottom, to be honest. And I'll also, here is the last play date of Far Cry 3. That's probably one of the oldest games on this list that I like last touched. I was kind of surprised that it even had close to 5 hours on this list, but that's probably my oldest last played game. Maybe not on Steam in general, but just on this list of games I never finished. Number 6 on my list is Portal 2, and I was really surprised that this game even had so many play hours. So I have 20.7 hours in Portal, and I played this a lot in 2017, and I was doing a co-op playthrough and I never finished it. I don't remember the story. I don't remember anything. I remember doing puzzles. I didn't realize I put 20 hours into this game. I would love, this is one that I would genuinely really love to replay, Portal and Portal 2. I never played Portal, but you know, play Portal and then also play Portal 2. Would love, love, love to play these games. I don't know if you need to play with somebody. I think that would hinder my ability to play it because co-op games are really hard to schedule. When you're an adult, I feel like it's so hard to schedule game time with like friends, and to play a co-op game that could be like a bunch of hours. It's just, I don't know if I can do that right now. But I would love to replay that game one day. I would really love to jump back into Portal, probably restart it. Obviously, I was playing with someone. I don't talk to them anymore, so would need to replay this game. I think just gaming history, I think it would be an important game to play and experience, you know? I don't know if I need to play Portal and then Portal 2, or if I can finish Portal 2. I don't think it really matters, to be honest. Number 7 is a game I would also really love to finish this one. The only game on this list that I don't really care for, I think, is Alien Isolation and Far Cry 3. But this next game I would also love to finish and then play its sequel. This one is Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and I have 10.6 hours in this game. I played this on stream while I was trying out doing some morning streams, because I usually stream at night on weekdays, and I was like, oh, I'll start doing a couple of morning streams. And so I started playing this game only in the morning, like once a week, and I played it for 10 hours apparently, and I stopped playing. And I did really like this game. I think I was also getting the hang of it, but I don't think it was the right game for me to play on stream because the new game had just come out, and I don't know if it was the right time for that. And then I also think I was playing too many games at the same time. And not that I was getting them confused, because I think they were different play styles and different stories and different mechanics, but that was just a lot. That was just a lot for my brain, and I don't think I can play that many games at the same time. I think I need to free up mental space before I go into a brand new story, especially when there are multiple story games. It's just, if I had to read 4 books at once, I don't think that would work. I don't think I could do that. I also don't think anybody was really loving it on stream. That's the thing, is am I playing these games on stream for myself, or am I playing them for other people to enjoy? I do care about the viewer experience on Twitch. So I'm like, oh, I'm enjoying this game, but if no one else is really enjoying it, then I don't really want to keep playing it. I'd rather find a game that it has a good balance of good story, but then also opportunity for me to chat and kind of get off topic and stuff. I think that's really fun. Or certain horror games I think are a lot of fun to play on Twitch because they're scary and they have good reactions and stuff like that. I think those are good games for me to play on stream at least. And I don't know if this was a good one. We're almost done. See, not too bad. Not too bad here. What game are we on? I don't know. We don't need to count these games. The next game? This game I have opinions on. I will not be finishing this game. I think maybe in another world, I would, like, not another world, in another reality, I would finish this game, but this game was not for me, and I don't think anyone else really enjoyed this game. I played Starfield for 40 hours. I sat through that game for 40 hours before giving up and being like, I can't put any more time into this game. Mentally, I can't do it. I can't believe how many hours I streamed it too. That was 40 hours of me streaming that game, playing it on stream. I have a lot of comments that I think could be honestly a totally separate video, but do my opinions really matter? It's Starfield. I feel like everyone kind of knows that game wasn't great. It's one of my least favorite Bethesda experiences. Oh my god, I tried really, really hard to like this game. Again, I spent 40 hours. I was really excited for this game. I think a lot of people were too. We all expected it to be a really great Bethesda game in space. Like, that's gotta be good, right? I didn't love space travel. I didn't love spaceship combat. I really hated the parts where it would just be like hordes of space, like ships coming at you and you had to fight them. I thought that was really, really hard. And I am not very good at that kind of thing. Like, I don't play those games. I don't play other space games, and I don't play games where I have to do space combat. Maybe it just wasn't a good fit for me. If I didn't have to do any space combat, I might have liked it a little bit more, but then I also didn't think that the characters were super interesting. I didn't feel any kind of emotional connection or investment in these characters' lives, and I think that made it really hard to want to continue to play this game and have these companions that you have to spend time with. Because in other games, I love my game companions. Again, Baldur's Gate, I'm a Gale girly. I don't know why I feel a connection with this video game character, but I think we've all been there when we've actually just really enjoyed a video game character to the point where we feel some kind of emotional connection with them or really resonate with their story, their background, their opinions, and the way they live their life. And then if they die, like, it's an emotional experience. If any of these characters died, I do not think I'd give two shits, to be honest with you. And I think a lot of people feel that way. I think maybe it had an interesting story that like could have been different, but it didn't hit. And I feel really bad, and I really hope that I'm really hoping that other Bethesda games in the future will be successful, even though Starfield was not successful. Because I'm pretty sure they're still doing another Elder Scrolls, and I'm pretty sure they have a new Fallout game in the works. And I'm hoping that those don't rely on the success of Starfield, because that wouldn't have a good outcome. I do have hopes that a future Fallout would be good, because I did enjoy the Fallout TV show. So I'm hoping like, oh, well, maybe that did well, so maybe the new, like, you know, Todd Howard, he's fine. He's gonna be just fine. But yeah, 40 hours into Starfield. I even edited some of my Twitch VODs down into highlight reels so I had to sit through more Starfield, rewatching myself play Starfield to edit into YouTube videos. Granted, they only got like, one of them got 400 views. I don't know why, but they weren't getting that many views. I should not have sat myself through the amount of Starfield that I did for no reward at all. It was pointless and it was stupid. So was the game. And I'm really sorry. I feel bad for like past me who was really excited for that game, because it sucked. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever be able to touch it again. I heard that the modding of Starfield will make it more enjoyable, but I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to have to go through that trouble just to play Starfield. I'm pretty sure, I think it's No Man's Sky apparently is a really good space game, so maybe I could just play that. Maybe I would just be happier with that. I played Dead Space. I thought there were a lot of things about Dead Space, and I was like, that kind of sounds like what Todd Howard tried to do with Starfield, but did it worse. So I think I got my Starfield experience through Dead Space personally, and I'm ready to never touch it ever again. The next game is not a Steam game, and it is a Switch game, and it is Pokemon Legends Arceus. And I have 35 hours in this game, and I really enjoyed this game. Really, really, really loved this game, actually. One of my top Pokemon games, I would have to say, but I got burnt out because I have this thing where I will like a game so much and I don't want the game experience to end. I'll love it so much. I'm like, oh my God, this game's gonna be over one day. And I want this feeling of enjoyment to last as long as possible. So I'm gonna stretch out my gameplay as long as I can before actually finishing the game. Like most people would go play through the whole thing and then maybe go back and like try to stretch out their gameplay longer by doing all the side stuff after, or trying to go for completionist after, but I try to do it from the very beginning, where I'm like, I'm gonna try to do as much as possible before advancing to the next step. That's not what I should do because I end up getting burnt out, and I do this with other games too. I get burnt out because I think that I should be working towards 100% completionist at the very beginning rather than actually finishing the game and deciding whether or not it's worth it or not. In Pokemon Legends Arceus, I was like, oh, you know, it would be a great idea if I finished the Pokedex before going to the next area. So, you know, the starting area of Pokemon Legends Arceus, let me do the entire, like, finish the Pokedex to catch all the Pokemon and all the different, like, it was like a whole checklist. You'd have to, like, catch a certain number of Pokemon without being detected or whatever. And like, it was like multiple things before you completed that Pokemon's entry in the Pokedex. And I needed to do all the Pokemon in one area and then move on to the next area. I got through the first 2 areas. Maybe first 3 areas. Yeah, first 3 areas. Don't know how far story-wise I actually got. That was why did I do that? I was like, oh, I'm gonna shiny hunt. Girl, you didn't even finish the game. I got maybe 2 shiny Pokemon. Like, it was not worth it. It wasn't worth it at all. I didn't have to go that crazy. And so it's like 35 hours, but it's not 35 hours of story gameplay. It's like 35 hours of me grinding and like leveling up my Pokemon and doing Pokedex and shiny hunting in the very beginning. So I need to go in, like, I think this is a good game where I could just kind of pick it up, mess around for a little while, and then go back to the story, and I don't really need a whole refresh on the game because it's just Pokemon. It's not like I'm going back to playing something that has like heavy combat and I need to remember like how it works. But I'm really sad that I haven't finished it because I hold this game very highly, you know. I think it's a really great Pokemon game, and I think I need to go back and finish it before ZA comes out because I'm really excited for ZA, but can I really be excited for it if I didn't finish Arceus? And I feel a little embarrassed that I didn't finish Arceus, but that is my exact reasoning why I didn't finish Arceus, is because I got burnt out from literally just trying to complete the Pokedex. It sounds so stupid, but that is why I did that. It's a mistake, I know. And I keep yawning, but I promise we only have one more game to get to. So we're gonna wrap this bad boy up with my final game. Probably the game that I'll get not the most hate for. Please don't hate on me. But it's the game that I think is the most upsetting that I haven't finished because it's such an amazing game. Such an amazing game, and that's why I never finished it. Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't have an exact amount of playtime played. I don't know the number of hours that I've played in Red Dead Redemption 2. But I know it's relatively early on, could be anywhere from 15 to like 25% game completed, maybe even 30. Don't remember. I'd have to boot up my PS4, and I haven't touched that one in a little while. I started playing Red Dead Redemption 2 in 2018 when I first got my PlayStation 4. My computer broke. Don't know what was wrong with it. I think it was maybe either the power supply or the motherboard fried or some shit like that. I didn't have a working computer at the time, and I didn't have a job yet. I was like coming home from college and I needed a job. So I needed to get a job, and I didn't have money to fix my computer. But for some reason, instead of lending money from my dad to fix my computer, I got a PlayStation 4 and a TV. Don't ask me why. I don't know what my thought process was with that was, but I got a PlayStation 4 and a TV and a Red Dead Redemption game, and I loved this game so much. I loved the story, I loved the characters, I loved the vibes, I loved all the things that you get to do in the game, and I loved it so much that I didn't want the game to end, so I just stopped playing. It sounds ridiculous, but I didn't want that experience to end. And especially when I think of a certain game in that time of my life, it's hard to finish the game. Like, it was a certain time in my life, and now going back to it, it's just gonna feel so weird to finish that game when I'm not that person anymore. That was 7 years ago. I'm in a completely different phase of my life, but maybe that's okay to go back to a game when you're not the same person. I think that that is important too, because sometimes you'll start a game and you're like, no, not for me. And one day you'll wake up with just like a feeling that you need to finish it. I think maybe sometimes a game comes to you in the right time and you need a certain story in the right time. And maybe that first part of the game, was meant to happen in 2018, and maybe the rest of it's supposed to happen in 2025. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is I put a decent amount of time, I think, into Red Dead Redemption 2. And I loved it. I loved every second of it. And I know that the ending, I think, is gonna break my heart. And I think that's also, I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm having such a good time with it that I'm worried that I'm going to play it and not have a good time with it. Does that make sense? Okay. Those are the games that I've started and I have not finished, and whether or not I will ever go back to finish them. So most of them I do want to go back to finish. So now please let me know in the comments below if you've made it this far in the video. First of all, thank you for watching, but please let me know what game should be my top priority to finish. Some of them have sequels. Some of them, my game was bugged. Some of them I have more hours in it the other. So do I go based on amount of hours? Or do I go based on how good the game is? How soon their next game's coming out? Don't know. Let me know in the comments below what game I should prioritize, and let me know also if you've started a game, spent a lot of time in it, and just didn't finish it, and why. Because I feel like sometimes as a gamer, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm like, oh, I never finished that game. But I don't know, when you have such a big backlog, like most gamers I think do, it's very common to start a game and not finish it. And if we just get rid of the whole stigma where it's like, no one's gonna be mad at me for like starting a game, dropping it, and then picking it back up years later, like no one's gonna think any less of me, and I won't think any less of you. We get rid of that stigma and we just get to be gamers and we just get to enjoy a story and an experience, and that's what matters the most, not how it happens. So that's it. That's the video. If you would like part 2, also let me know. I have some other games that I have put some time into. Probably not any heavy hitters like the ones in this video, but I have some more for sure. I have quite the backlog. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more of my gaming journey, my gaming experience, make sure you leave a subscription, subscribe if you'd like to see more. I really appreciate it. My Twitch will be linked down below if you want to come check out my Twitch. My VOD channel will be linked down below if you want to see that. And I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing, wonderful night. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.